Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of CAP Explained. Today we're going to explore value helps, but not value helps created by us ourselves, but rather the ones that are available through the SAP CDS package. So let's begin. Let's go to the database, to our schema.cds, and I would like to add the currency type, the currency code list to our application because I think this will be suitable for our books because we have the price, but we don't have currencies yet. And to do that, we're gonna need to download or rather than download, import the currencies. So if you just type currency, you will see sap.common-Currencies is then imported from the common package. And if we click on it, we can see what consists for this particular code list entity. A code list entity is a special aspect that will, if we click on it, that will firstly auto-expose itself. So we don't need to pass it to the service. Usually you need to, when you create an entity, you need to expose it through a service. But in this case, since it's an auto-expose, we don't need to do that. So that's very nice. And the second very important thing is that it's localized. Localized meaning that, as you can see here, aspect that is included by generated text entities for localized entities. Basically what that means, for each language, we can create, maybe rather for each entity, we can create a file with languages. So basically, if I want to have a Polish list of currencies, I will create one file with the localized values. You're gonna see that in 1 second, and then you can just translate any currency that you would like to use for your application. So if I'm using 3 languages, then I just can change it in one CSV file. So that's what localized is for. Okay, so we can see currencies have code, symbol, and like this minor unit what you want to be using. Okay, so we are importing it, but we're not using it yet. So let's do it with currency association to, we can do actually an alias, because usually you would do sap dot, or can I do just currencies? Oh, I can do currencies, never mind. Okay, so we are importing currencies. If I click on it, you can see it takes me again to this SAP common package. All right, so we have imported that, and we could actually start the server, CDS watch, to see the effect. Oh, we won't see the effect because we have not changed the data. So firstly, because we have changed this one, let's go to the DB data and to our books CSV. You can see we don't have a code for the currency yet. So I have, as always, prepared some data, which I'll paste here. And as you can see, I have added this currency code value. In this case, Indian rupee. Many viewers from India, thank you for that. So in honor of that, I want to use the Indian rupee currency. All right. So we have passed the data, but we still need to add this currency to our application. So let's go to Open Application Info, Object Page, General Information, and let's add the basic field of currency code. Right, click on Add. Everything reloads. So I'm gonna do a label, currency, allow it to reload, and if we go to the application, it's gonna of course appear. So we can see here the currency code. If we click on edit, you can see that currently there is no list available for this currency code. So something you might maybe expected, because you have imported the whole currencies entity, right? but that's not the case. And to change that, we're going to actually need to pass the data through CSV because we're using the local database. So if I do cds add data, you're going to actually see created 2 files instead of 1. So usually for each entity it creates like this one. So that's what we would expect. But it generates a second one, texts, with this local file, which is based on the code list aspect, right? So you can see that it's the code list aspect has this localized, and localized means includes by generated txt entities, okay? So it generates this file. And you could, of course, now fill in the list with your values, and it wouldn't be, we can even try that. So for example, as the euro, symbol E, I'm just gonna go easy with that. And then do USD and just do the dollar sign, right? Let's see if that works. CDS watch. Hopefully I didn't do any mistake. And let's reload our application. And now if I go to the value help, you're gonna see 2 currencies, euro and USD, without the name because we haven't taken care of that. But you could use this list if you want to only give like 1, 2, or I don't know, 5. You're gonna use this currency code list. But since we are developing locally, instead of these 2 files, we can delete them. Delete permanently. Let's close the terminal, the server with Control-C, and we can actually get the data by doing, firstly, installing the SAP CDS Common Content. SAP CDS Common Content is a package. Let me just Google it. So if we actually go here, you can see that it's an npm package that is holding the default content based of the ISO specification for the following CDS common definitions. So which means basically these are the CSV files for these 4 value helps, okay, for countries, currencies, languages, time zones, very often used. And to do that, we're going to need to run this command. So npm I, npm install, sub, and the package name. So let's just copy that and let's do it. All right. So it's installing, has been installed. And to actually see the data, we're gonna need to go to this node modules package and find sap CDS common content. So let's see if we can actually find it. CDS common content database, and there you can see it. All right. So for each language, we have a separate file, texts file, which I just to remember, is based on this code list, on this localized value. Okay, so for example, for English CSV, we have all the first local meaning, which language is it for? The code is just the code that we use, and name and description, of course. Okay, so if we have like a French, it's gonna be Emirates Arabs Uni. Sorry for all speaking French-speaking people out there. All right, so we have all the lists, and if you want to use any of them in your local database, we can just copy one. Okay, and we can copy that by, of course, clicking like right-click copy. But I have also prepared some commands to make things easier, and I will just do that. So let's go and let's copy the basic currencies CSV by doing CP. CP meaning copy node and then the path to the file. So it's the same path as here, node modules, sap CDS common content, DB data, and the currencies. Right? So let's do that. And as you can see, it appears in our data folder. And as you can see, it has a different namespace to it because we use tutorial DB for all entities, but for these we use the SAP common namespace, right? SAP common. If I go to currencies, on the whole top, it should be, maybe it's not here. So okay, here it is. It's a context, not a namespace in this case. I'm not gonna deep dive into it, but you can see all the currencies are here, and that's actually all we need for this tutorial. So let's check it out. Okay, we haven't started the server. CDS watch. Of course, I'm gonna paste the commands in the description of this video, so don't worry. And now if I go to edit and we go to our list, you can see currency code and name is this whole big list. All right, so we have every currency possible in the world, probably every one of them. We can select them and save it. And I could end the video here, but let's change this value help, because currently it's a search help. Let's change it to a drop-down list, right? So again, let's go to this bookstore list view. You can access it by Ctrl+Shift+P, open application info, select your application. We have only one, so we can do it directly here. Okay, and let's go to general information, to our currency field. If I click on it, let's make it a bit wider. Let's make this smaller. All right, so we are currently in our currency field. And if I scroll a little bit down, we have this value help definition. And you can see it's on the base layer. So if I just click on edit it, because the base is meaning it's generated as a default, click on apply. You can see we have this display as dropdown. We just checked, but not around on the application. If we just do apply and then go to the annotations file, you can actually see that it has annotated it with this common value list with fixed values true, which then, if we go to the application, it's going to create this drop-down list. Okay, so if I go and edit, instead of this search help, I'm going to have this nice list. Okay, and going again back to the definition of the value help, you can edit it because that's the base. You can do some changes here. So for example, if you go to this information field, everything is set what this is. So this is the source for input values. This is what is saved in the database layer. But for example, if you go to the description property, that is the describe for the user, you can change it, for example, to description. And if we apply that, currently we have, okay, needs to reload. So you want to see what we currently have. But if I reload, so instead of this one that we had before of the code, you have this description list, which depending on your needs can be manipulated, or you can just then do text only, so it's only this description without the code. But for my case, I'm gonna go with the name base layer, and it's gonna be enough for this currency. All right. And going back, maybe to explain the code list a little bit again, let's close up this everything here. Close all. If we go back, let's close all to the node modules. You could also sap CDS common content. Again, you could copy one of the localized files for your needs. So if you copy that, you paste in your application, you're going to have different languages for each user. I cannot really demonstrate it because I'm logged as an English user, or rather my browser is set to English, and yeah, so we cannot really do anything about it. But just so you know, you can copy, you have this prepared files here, And not only currencies again, but you have also countries, the list of countries, and languages and time zones. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. I'm just gonna push it everything to GitHub so you can check it out yourselves. And as I said, I will put in all the codes I used in the description. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave a like, a subscription, and I hope I see you in the next video.